Well, as we say, one should not get attached to pop events, but I do find inspiration in them from time to time. And what's wrong in borrowing belief for ourselves to a different place, especially at those times when we are lost within our own old and familiar ways? And currently, I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed with Dhurandhar, from its box office number or its fan theories. I'm shouting for it as it's my own movie, and I'm living for the thunder it has created. But you can't achieve greatness by walking in a straight line. The making of this film was definitely not linear. Dhurandhar was surrounded by uncertainties and challenges since the time of its inception. I remember the times when tabloids started buzzing and the reports claimed that the film was facing financial troubles. The initial budget by Geo Studios was 200 crores, but the budget went overboard and reached to 50 crores, with Ranveer Singh and Aditya Dhar contributing 50 crores themselves. But the testing waters didn't stop there. The teaser dropped, things seemed fine, but then came the trailer. I personally loved every frame and every beat of it, but it was the audience response that left me confused. A teaser is meant to set the vibe of the story. A trailer job is to leave you more tempted, and that's exactly what they did. But there were countless comparisons between the teaser and the trailer, echoing the notion that the trailer is underwhelming. Thus, I was scared because I didn't want this movie to follow the fate of other good movies that bombed at the box office. The poor advance bookings had me crying on the bathroom floor, and the tabloids showed no mercy at all, already declaring the movie a disaster even before its release. There were far too many negative articles questioning Ranveer Singh's star power, Aditya Dhar vision, and calling it an old wine in a new bottle. Critics, in turn, jumped on the bandwagon and began calling the movie a flop, as they didn't get the money to write the reviews, acting as they alone had the power to make or break a film. There were already a lack of promotion, and then came the runtime declaration and the part 2 announcement. That's when I thought it's nail in the coffin, because as that's when the naysayers grew even louder. And I never thought that seeing this movie earn 27 crores on the very first day of its release would delight me so much. I was genuinely surprised, and that was the moment I knew the film had caught fire and no one could stop it. Then it went on to break every box office record, from being anticipated as a disaster to becoming one of the biggest indie films of all time. This movie ruled like no other and was celebrated like there was no tomorrow. I'm a fan of this movie, not just because it's a well made film. Of course, it is, inspired, a brilliant one, but because of how it held its own ground. Aditya Dhar believed in himself and his truth and stayed true to his vision. He didn't trade his authenticity for approval. The makers were confident, and when the time finally came, they didn't just shine, they shine like no other. I always wanted this film to work despite, because I am a fan of people who give their all, who go all the way, who are not the loudest in the room, but when they speak, they command every eye and every ear. They are ruled by an unshakable belief in themselves. They don't make things for the algorithm or the new fan making money thing. They remain true to a vision that others can't say. And watching the world eventually reward them is not just success, it's empowering. And Aditya Dhar is one such man. It gave me hope. It reminded me the importance of believing in yourself. Stories inspire us, they give us hope. Dhurandhar's journey before releasing is one such story for me. A reminder once again for all of us to hold on to the patience and faith and hope, and to believe that one day we will be proud of how far we have stayed true to ourselves. And yes, the cinema remembers the brave, not the agreeable.